This is live severe weather coverage for East Alabama and West Georgia from Dr. Don's Weather. Stand by as all of our network streaming channels join our broadcast. This live stream is made possible by Randolph County Animal Shelter, Southern Pressed Cleaners and Market, Derek Farr for Randolph County Sheriff, Anchor Roofing, Salem Auction House, the 19th Hole at Cider Ridge, Alpha Insurance Agent Jamie Dukas, Southern Union State Community College, Integrated Contractor Services, Stevens Home Furniture, The Oaks, Boondocks Barbecue and Creamery, Donnie Grant Jr. for Sheriff Randolph County, Fincher Fence Company, the venue at 5 Points Farms, Jeff Monroe for Alabama House District 37, and N&W Locks. From the Alpha Severe Weather Center, here's Dr. Don.
And good evening, East Alabama and West Georgia. Dr. Don in here with you on your Tuesday, April 28th, 2026. It is 7:22 p.m. Central, and we are looking at a big, nasty mess moving out of Mississippi into Alabama on your Tuesday evening. We've been advertising this for the last couple of days. And so we just thought we would jump in here and kind of give you an update on what's happening right now, what we think the possibilities will be over the next 12 hours or so across Alabama and Georgia. And then we'll talk about more rain on the way as we head toward the end of the work week. We're looking at the Southern Union State Community College Live Doppler HD radar. And you see the first wave of significant rainfall, meaningful rainfall, moving into central Alabama, about to move into East Alabama. You'll notice that blue outline across West Alabama. That is a severe thunderstorm watch that was posted several hours ago. And to be quite honest with you, we've only had really one severe thunderstorm warning, and that was down in southwest Alabama. We had a warning down there around Andalusia that has since been canceled as that storm has weakened as it has moved on into the Troy area. We do have a new severe thunderstorm warning now that's back over to the northwest of Jackson, right along the I-20 corridor, moving into Alabama. This is from several different clusters of thunderstorms that have prompted multiple severe thunderstorm warnings in southern Mississippi, central and southern Mississippi. This is going to be over there south of York and north of Butler over in southwest Alabama. That's moving to the southeast, and that will also work down to between Linden and Thomasville, maybe Camden, Alabama, in southwest Alabama. I think it stays south of Selma. Most certainly will stay south of Montgomery. And really, that's the heaviest thunderstorm activity we see in the state of Alabama at this hour. Now, for those of you watching us across East Alabama and West Georgia, and that's where the overwhelming majority of our viewers live, we're looking at the activity coming through Clanton, Sylacauga, maybe back to the east of Birmingham now, and back up in the direction of Gadsden, around Coleman. All of that is moving to the east, moving directly toward East Alabama and West Georgia. The good news is none of that is severe. Yes, there's a fair amount of thunder and lightning that's taking place within this first wave of thunderstorms. So you certainly will hear some rumbles of thunder. There will be some areas that receive heavy rainfall. We have seen multiple reports of hail with some of these storms this afternoon, but most of that has been with those bigger storms I was showing you down in South Alabama, Southwest Alabama, Central and Southern Mississippi. Pea-sized hail can't be ruled out with some of these showers as they move through over the next couple of hours, but significant hail, not likely. And we obviously have no severe weather watches or warnings in effect at this hour for East Alabama and West Georgia. This is going to be some good rainfall, though it's not going to last as long as we need it to help us with the drought. It certainly will help, and we'll take every single drop of rain that we can get. Now, that's wave number one. That'll be moving through East Alabama and West Georgia It's already in Clay County, so from now for the next couple of hours, this first wave will be moving through places like Clay, Randolph, Cleburne, Calhoun, Carroll, Hurd, Coweta, down into Troup County, Meriwether County, Harris, and then, of course, Chambers and Lee in East Alabama and West Georgia. Then I'm going to zoom the radar back out, and we're going to show you that the leading edge of all of this moving into East Alabama, but look at this. It stretches all the way back to Dallas, Texas. So we've got multiple waves of showers and thunderstorms that'll be moving through Alabama and Georgia between now and early tomorrow morning. We think because of the timing, this leading edge moving in now where the atmosphere is not as conducive because we've lost the heating of the day. We've been cloudy most of the day. We've got a cool pocket of air sitting over North Georgia. Some of that has backed into East Alabama with that wedge effect, as we often see when we have high pressure over the Northeast. It pulls that cool air back across the mountains of North Georgia and even into East Alabama. And we've seen that set up this afternoon. So I think that's going to help keep severe weather at bay. Now, having said that, you see on this radar shot, there is a tremendous amount of lightning out there. So thunder and lightning will be a thing through most of this, and we could still see a handful of storms get out of hand and be on the strong side, even marginally severe. So we don't see anything with this first wave, so I don't anticipate any severe weather in the foreseeable future for East Alabama and West Georgia, even up here into North Georgia. But as we go throughout the night, some of the stuff that's over in Mississippi, back into Arkansas, and even back into Texas will be rotating through Alabama and Georgia. And there could be some periods there where we have 1, 2, or 3 storms that go into the strong category or potentially even marginally severe. So we'll have to keep a watch on all of that as we go throughout the night. I'm not going to broadcast all night long. This is not going to be a red letter severe weather outbreak for Alabama or Georgia this evening, but we will be monitoring this. And as we see storms move out of Mississippi into West Alabama and even into Central Alabama, and if they start to look like they're holding their strength as they move into East Alabama, then we'll be right back on the air with you, and we'll continue with live coverage. And we may come back from time to time throughout the night and give you an update on where we stand. I'll be posting on Facebook as well. But right now, again, I don't anticipate a major severe weather outbreak tonight. All indications are as these storms move into Central and East Alabama, West Georgia, they will be on the weakening side of things. But we can't rule out 1 or 2 or 3 staying strong or potentially even marginally severe as they move through the area. It's going to be an overnight event. That's what we do here in the southeastern United States, especially East Alabama and West Georgia. So, again, I'm going to preach it. You got to have a NOAA weather radio in your home, and you got to go by Stevens Home Furniture in Roanoke and get that NOAA weather radio if you don't have one. We tell you this every single time this happens, and I know those of you who don't have one say, okay, that's it, I'm going tomorrow to get one, and then you get up the next morning, sun's out, and you forget about it, and you don't do it, and here comes another severe weather event. Make yourself a sticky note and stick it right there. You got to have a NOAA weather radio. It's got to be sitting on your nightstand beside your bed. So that you will be weather aware at 2 a.m. in the morning when severe weather moves through your area. That's 90% of surviving severe weather is being situationally aware and taking every precaution you can to protect yourself and your family. Of course, in a home that's on the lowest floor, the center of the lowest floor. But if you don't know something's happening outside, then you don't know to go to that safe place. You don't know to wake the kids up and get them downstairs. So that's why it's so important to have a NOAA weather radio. A lot of folks have apps on their phone, and you should. There's nothing wrong with that. But a NOAA weather radio is the baseline standard. Every home should have one. That is a radio that receives a signal from the National Weather Service. When they issue a warning or a watch, it goes directly to that receiver. It sets off a very obnoxious alarm. It will wake you from a dead sleep and give you the information that you need to protect yourself and your family. So get that NOAA weather radio if you don't already have one. We're going to be in Randolph County on May 16th for Bike Hike. We're going to be giving away some NOAA weather radios. We'll be back a couple of weeks later on May 30th for the third annual Hurricane Party at Boondocks. Going to be giving away some NOAA weather radios there as well. But don't wait to see if you win one from Dr. Don's Weather. Go purchase one at Stevens Home Furniture in Roanoke. Yeah, and I just realized I left my snacks on the console here before going live. This is what gets me through severe weather coverage. That and coffee are the two things that get me through severe weather coverage. But again, looking at the radar this evening, it's just a big, nasty mess from East Alabama all the way back really to the west of Dallas, Texas. And we got to get through every bit of this, and we will between now and tomorrow morning. Then we're going to have a little bit of a lull in the action on Thursday. And then here comes another storm system. We think right now it'll be in here Friday night into Saturday, and that one is going to stall out across the southeast. And we could be looking at one of those, as you've heard me say before, my granddaddy used to call it, he was a farmer, and he used to call it one of those sot-in rains, where it just rains solid for 12 hours or so. We may be looking at that type of setup Friday night into Saturday for anywhere from 8, 9, 10 hours maybe. We'll get a good, solid, soaking rain, which is exactly what we need to help with the drought conditions. Not going to pull us out of the drought, but certainly will go a long way to help us with it. So we'll be watching for that. You'll notice we have some tornado warnings on the board. That's those red triangles you see flashing back out in Texas. Understand that that's not necessarily what is going to end up in Alabama later on tonight or early tomorrow morning. Weather conditions are much more conducive for severe weather out here in Texas than it is in Alabama. This is to the southwest of Texas, near Cleburne, Texas. Waxahachie, Texas. They're just south of Dallas. To the north of Hillsboro, we have an active tornado warning underway there. And as we come back into, let's see, where are we here? That is Arkansas, El Dorado, Arkansas, just northwest. We have a tornado warning there just to the northeast of Texarkana, just inside of the state of Arkansas. We have another severe thunderstorm warned storm that once had a tornado tag on it. That's just to the west of Little Rock. Some really big thunderstorms there to the west of Memphis, moving through Memphis proper. Just a tremendous amount of lightning output there. And then as we work back into Mississippi, a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings north of Meridian, south of Columbus. Those things are moving into southwest Alabama. And then that initial line that's lined up now from about Nashville to Huntsville to just east of Birmingham, it has moved out of the severe thunderstorm watch box area. And the National Weather Service, let me get this current. The National Weather Service has not extended this watch box any further east. So that's a good sign. That means that these storms are slowly weakening as they move east. We don't even have any special weather statements on any of this stuff, so well below severe limits, though they're going to put out a lot of thunder, a lot of lightning, and you're going to have periods of heavy rainfall. I-20 is going to be a mess out there traveling right now because of all the heavy rain out there around Leeds, moving to the east right out I-20. So that's kind of where we stand at the moment. And I'm going to just take a peek up at the chat room and see if there are any questions up there. Hey, Tallapoosa, good to see you in here. Let's see. We got anything else here? Battery keeps dying on my NOAA weather radio with it plugged in. I don't have an answer for you on that one. I have to Google it and see if we get an answer. Shouldn't be using your battery at all with it plugged in to the wall. The only thing the battery does is run when you lose power. Dowie in the house. Hey, Terry. Thank you, Rudine. Elaine, you got the right idea. Going to be some good sleeping weather tonight. Hey, Amy, watching us up in Woodland. Joey says he's been trying to outrun that entire system since he left College Station, Texas this morning. Nita's watching us in Glenn, Georgia. Thank you, Julie. I don't have an answer for you, Dakota. Those batteries should not be dying if you're plugged into the wall. Only time it energizes the batteries when you lose power, so I'm not really sure what's causing that. I'll Google it, though, and see if I can get you an answer. Linda Lou is in Lafayette. Folsom in the house. Hey, Lynn. Hello, Bobby G. Fredonia, Alabama. Rhonda, I think they do have some instructions that can help you if you'll stop by there. I think they can probably help you out with that. If that doesn't work, come see me at Bike Hike, and I'll get it programmed for you. Hey, Tara. Hey, Richard. Yeah, Alyssa, the rain is certainly helping with the wildfires. We had firefighters down there. They came home yesterday. We sent some mutual aid down there to help in Brantley County. And so I got a firsthand report this morning from some of the firefighters that went down with one of our wildland trucks. And the rain certainly helped. But you got to understand, Alabama and Georgia is anywhere from 9 to 18 inches below our normal rainfall for this time of year. So while this is certainly going to help, and our hope is that it slows things down enough in South Georgia for them to get a good handle on it. But this rain is not going to fix the drought issues. All it's going to take is a couple of days without raining. We're right back in the same boat, especially in those areas that are dealing with those wildfires. Thank you, Marilyn. Hey, here, Miss Kim, out on County Road 43. Wayne, I wouldn't call it bad weather, not right now anyway. I mean, bad to me is severe, and this is not severe. That's moving into Randolph County. You got some thunder, you got some lightning, but that's a relative term. Everybody looks at it differently, and a rain shower to some folks is bad weather. They want sunshine. Well, if that's the case, then yeah, you got bad weather coming, but bad as in severe. This initial line that's moving across Clay and into Randolph and in all of East Alabama is not severe. Hello, Shirley, watching us down in Eufaula, Alabama. Oh, Brianna. See, you leave it to your kin folks to jump in here and start doing the what about. What about me and my friends who are still working at the Wedowee Elementary School? Well, Brianna, that's the Cofield coming out of her right there. A Jones would never have asked that question. Except for that little pomegranate she's got. Now, he might ask it. I got something. I got something here. Hang on. Ooh, let's see. Where'd it go? I may be on the wrong. Hang on. Okay, what's the problem here? Y'all bear with me. Trying to find it. Let's do this. Let's go over here. There's the latest graphic from the National Weather Service showing the severe possibilities throughout the night. And I promise you I'm going to find it. I have something special. Oh, look out. Here you go, Brianna. Maybe not.
Radar spinning on a summer night, chat room lighting up left and right, storms rolling in across the state, everybody asking if it's coming their way. Roanoke checking in with the first hello, Wedowee asking where the storm might go, Woodland watching lightning in the sky, Whitey Lee typing, are we next in line? Ashland asking if the wind will blow, Lineville wondering if the rain will show, Carrollton watching clouds build tall, Roosterville saying what about us, y'all? Chat room buzzing, questions flying now. What about Roanoke? What about Wedowee? What about Woodland watching that storm on YouTube? What about Whitey? What about Ashland tonight? What about Lineville under flashing lightning skies? If we ain't calling out your town on the air tonight, you can breathe easy. Everything's alright if you don't hear your name in the warning call. You're sitting pretty, no worries at all. Franklin checking radar on the screen. LaGrange and Noonan asking what it means. Lafayette wondering if the winds will blow. Auburn saying, are we in the show? Salem watching thunder roll around. Pine Mountain asking if the rain's coming down. Everybody typing at the same time, trying to see if they're in the line. Rock Mills watching clouds move in. Big Springs asking if the winds will spin. Dickard saying, Don, what do you see? Ah, baby, asking, is it headed to me? Frog Eye checking lightning in the west. Valley wondering if they're next. Beans Mill watching that radar spin. Everybody asking once a day. What about Roanoke? What about Wedowee? What about Woodland watching that storm on TV? Ashland, Lineville under flashing skies. Carrollton watching clouds roll by. Rock Mills, Big Springs asking where it'll go. Dickard up under watching storms roll slow. Frog Eye Valley checking in tonight. Beans Mill watching line and light. If we ain't calling out your town in the warning call, you're sitting pretty, no worries at all. Chat room rolling while the radar glows. Everybody asking where the storm will go. But if your town ain't in the path tonight, you can rest easy, everything's alright. And Dr. Dawn says goodnight.
That right there's for the daughter-in-law that dropped the what about question. There you go, Brianna. That's the what about songs, the Dr. Don singers. You can go over to drdonwx.com. You can find it right there on the homepage. You can download it, rock out, jam out, have a good time with it. Good stuff here on Dr. Don's Weather. All right, going to recap one more quick time because I'm going to have to kind of get up and down all night long, so I got to catch a snooze when I can. So that line that's coming into East Alabama and West Georgia right now, not severe. Lots of thunder, lots of lightning. It's going to be breezy. It's going to be windy. There are going to be periods of very heavy rainfall, but it's below severe limits. We are watching other storms in Mississippi that are severe. The idea is these storms weaken as they move into Alabama, but we're going to watch and see if that holds true. And then we have even more storms back in Louisiana, Arkansas, and Texas. It's going to be all night getting this stuff through Alabama and Georgia. We're watching it for you here on Dr. Don's Weather. We'll be back if we start to see conditions that we think are going to be dangerous. Then we'll be right back, and we'll continue with coverage here on Dr. Don's Weather. Don't forget, you can go over to our 24-hour, 24 Forever channel and see the radar. You can see the 6-day forecast. Again, the link is at the top of all of our videos. It's over at drdonwx.com, and you can continue watching the radar. I occasionally jump on there without bringing all of the other channels on with us. So that's a good thing to watch when we have situations like tonight. Make sure you watch us over at Dr. Don's Weather 24 Forever. You can just go to YouTube and search for that, or you can go to our website, drdonwx.com. That's DRDONWX.com, and you'll find our 24 Forever streaming channel right there on our home page. And we'll come back if we see the need here on Dr. Don's Weather. Stay weather aware, stay safe, and we'll be back with you as soon as conditions warrant here on Dr. Don's Weather. I'll have a great evening.